Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about NIO. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be doing a video about NIO. Currently up 4.20%. A little bit earlier today, though, we did see a huge run up to about $19.62, up about 8.52% to start off the day. Obviously, as the day has gone on, we are slowly just sinking just a little bit, which I'm not overall too worried about. But that's just generally speaking that the S&P 500, has kind of slowly been declining throughout the day, which is attributed to why NIO is basically not doing as well as it was in the morning. But that's okay, because I'm here to make a video and tell you guys basically my overall price prediction for NIO for the rest of the year, where the stock is going, when do I think NIO stock is going to hit $100, and some cool news that we actually do have coming up for NIO within the next couple of days. But I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So we can see today NIO up 4.48%. A little bit earlier today it was up as much as 9%, and a lot of people are kind of attributing to why. We do know that Li Auto was up about 13% at the beginning of the day. That did kind of lead to a little bit of an EV rally, but NIO in itself is still doing very well, and we can definitely see with, basically them saying that, China EV sales are recovering. So this is a very good sign for NIO. It's a very good sign overall, basically showing that EV sales are recovering in China. And we do actually have a big week this week. So we do have NIO earnings report coming out here on June 9th. So I'm pretty excited to see what NIO puts up. I actually think their quarter one earnings are going to be decent. If they can give us some very good guidance kind of heading into the rest of the year, I do know that this is definitely going to make the stock rally. And I definitely do see NIO stock kind of heading into the 20s. A lot more people, guys, are getting a lot more bullish on NIO, slowly adding shares. If you take a look at the 1 week chart, we're up about 6.44%, and the 1 month chart, we're up about 21.14%. 3 month, we're up 0.29%. Guys, it's really looking up for the stock. I mean, we haven't seen the stock perform this well in such a very long time. So seeing NIO stock still do very well and continue to do well, I'm pretty excited to see what the future actually holds for the company. But going into the earnings report, like I said, I am expecting a big move. Hopefully NIO puts out some good guidance that could definitely send the stock in the upward direction. I definitely do see NIO stock kind of heading into the mid-20s here. Probably within the next month or so, I do see NIO kind of heading upwards towards the $25, $26 range. Hopefully we fill the gap at around $26.41. But most importantly, guys, we still do have a couple of big events outside of NIO earnings that we should definitely be looking out for. I know it's the beginning of June, but we definitely saw with May that the deliveries were not as bad as people expected. So this was a very good sign, and I'm very bullish on what NIO is actually going to put out at the end of the month as far as their June deliveries. I do expect them to probably hit the most cars they've ever delivered at the end of the month of June, so I'm pretty excited for that. But NIO is also releasing their new SUV in the middle of the month. So, this is another car that we're actually going to get, and, it's definitely going to help increase and push NIO sales numbers altogether. We do still have the ET5 sedan coming later this year, guys, and I do know that with that being produced, that's definitely going to be what NIO actually does need to start shooting their delivery numbers kind of super sky high. But NIO, even being able to manage itself with the COVID shutdowns, NIO stock is still performing surprisingly well. The company was still able to manage itself around COVID lockdowns. But going into next week, we also do have another FOMAC meeting. So it's definitely going to be volatile for a lot of the stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. I think Jerome Powell, and just in my personal opinion, is going to end up going with a 0.5 hike. So if this is the case, I do expect still a little bit of a relief rally. We do get CPI numbers tomorrow as well. So we do have a lot of stuff coming up, guys, that's definitely going to, push the stock market, kind of make it very volatile within the short term. But the long-term prospect with NIO is still here. I still do think that NIO can hit $40 to $50 by the end of this year. And I do expect NIO stock to be able to hit $100 by the end or in 2023. I do think this because, like I said, with NIO Park being able to ramp up more production, China EV sales are booming, and basically NIO has a lot of big catalysts coming up for the rest of the year that's making me bullish on NIO in the short and the long term. I still do expect NIO stock to continue to climb up. I'm very excited to see where the stock actually does go. A lot of people have their different opinions on it, but I'm not saying that there's not going to be volatility ahead, guys. NIO is a very volatile stock, but we do know that they're also being added to the Hang Seng Index, the actual Hang Seng Tech Index. So this is going to definitely help with its overall volatility as well. But super excited. And, basically the icing on the cake, and I think what a lot of Chinese investors are waiting for is if, China and the US can finally come to an audit deal. I know that piece of good news right there is enough to make NIO stock make new all-time highs if we can finally come to a deal and production stays on track. But I'm very excited to see what the company is going to continue doing forward, kind of get an insight on the earnings that are this Thursday, and kind of see, with the new SUV and the FOMAC meeting and CPI numbers as well, to see where this actually does position NIO stock, because we did have an analyst come out today and say if NIO does continue this uptrend, there is a chance for NIO to run a 50% upside from this current price, which would put the share price at around $27, $28 and filling the gap at $26.41. So I do definitely see a lot more upside potential with this company in the short and the long term. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you think of NIO stock. I want to know your guys' opinion on earnings. Where do you think NIO stock is going to go after earnings? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.